next guest tonight is a New York Times best-selling author and co-host of The View. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Meghan McCain.
Meghan McCain. Oh, Meghan McCain.
Welcome back.
Your
Welcome back.
show's so fun. My executive producer, Brian, is backstage, and I'm like, we need a band on The View. It's so fun. The energy is so amazing.
It's got to be a good one, though. You gotta
Yeah,
be a good one.
only a good one, but yes, so fun.
Well, thank you for being back.
Thank you for having me.
We
It's
really
so
enjoyed having you the
exciting.
last time, but this is the first time we've seen each other since your father passed away.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say I'm sorry for your loss and for the loss of our nation. He was a great man, and you spoke so eloquently at his funeral.
Thank you. Thank you, sincerely. Thank you.
When you gave his eulogy, you said, "We gather here to mourn the passing of American greatness, the real thing, not cheap rhetoric for men who will never come near the sacrifice he gave so willingly." Do you...
I did say that.
You did say that. That was somewhat pointed. That was somewhat pointed. And I have to ask, did you know that Jared and Ivanka Trump would be attending when you wrote this?
Well, the nature of my father's cancer, I had the luxury and curse that I was writing it in real time. And I obviously knew with his diagnosis that he would more than likely die within a year. So it's weird to write a eulogy for someone who's still alive. But when we were working on it, I didn't actually think about who would be attending the funeral, strangely. And the answer is no, I did not know that they would be attending his funeral. And it's
What was that like
weird
for you?
to talk about it. Yeah, I mean...
If you don't mind, I don't want to...
Of course, no, of course. I mean, a funeral is like sort of obviously a sacred time. And I thought that my family had made it clear, or at least I had, that the Trumps are unwelcome around me, and that my father had been sort of very clear about the line between the McCains and the Trumps. So I was surprised when they were there, and it made me uncomfortable. And I hope I made them uncomfortable, honestly, with everything. And, you know, it's weird because it's a weird thing to even like talk about on a late night show, but I also know that my father was always, if nothing, you know, a ham, and he designed his funeral to sort of be a bridging for America and to be healing. And
well, as an example, his service as an example and his bipartisanship as an example, not that he didn't have very conservative policies, not that he always agreed with the people across the aisle, but he did not see the other side as a mortal enemy or evil.
No, and he had, I mean, both candidates who beat him for president speak, and it's the honor of my life that I was able to give that. It's such a haze, and, you know, I really want it made very clear that the Trumps have beef with me then, and in the words of Cardi B, they're gonna have beef with me forever, and I'm not gonna forget. I mean, and I'm just, you know, it's sort of a strange element to my life now that they attended, and I wish they had chosen not to, out of respect, if nothing more for me. But it's their call, and I think America can judge on its own what they thought of that, and what they thought of my eulogy. Thank you. It's hard, you know. It's a hard thing to talk about. But my father was so public and so.
Sure. Not a shrinking violet, your father.
No, and he loved. I mean, he loved attention and cameras and coming on.
And he
both
wanted
their
it for
shows
you too. We were lucky to have him on here, but he actually told you should do The View.
He did. I didn't want to do it because I didn't think it was the type of show I would like to be on, and it had such a carousel of hosts rotating in and out. And
what changed your mind?
He insisted. He had been diagnosed, and he insisted. And he said, "You can't not work with Whoopi Goldberg." And I have come to realize that they have a very interesting, they have this like affection for each other that I knew they were friends, but they really like have a love for each other.
When did they become friends? Was your father and sister act? I don't remember that.
I believe working on HIV and AIDS activism,
okay.
I believe.
Sure.
But she, you know, she's such an incredibly special person, and I consider her family at this point, and I think maybe he knew things that I didn't about not just being around her, but it's such an incredible platform to be on every day.
You said that you wanted to be, if I have this right, you wanted to be the Jane Goodall of Red America and explain my people.
Yes, I did. I just think it's important to show that not all women who work in news and work on daytime TV, you know, I'm pro-life, I'm pro-gun, you know, I'm a big foreign policy hawk, and I think that that's an important perspective to show on television. But I am a strange person in the party right now, and there's you know, like my girlfriend S.C. Cupp and I are kind of like, our conservative values didn't change. I didn't become a Trump populist, but I also didn't become a liberal. So it's an interesting time to be in politics.
Do you still feel like a Republican?
I am in the party, and I still vote locally on the ticket, but I feel much more conservative.
You vote
than Republican.
locally?
I mean, you know, like in Arizona, I vote for candidates coming up normally on the Republican side.
Anybody you like in 2020?
On the Republican side or the liberal side? Democrat side?
Anybody.
I am very curious to see if Joe Biden gets into the race because, you know, I love him on a personal level, and I think it'll be interesting to see if he can pull it off. I mean, you know, he's in his 70s, but he's such a beloved American figure. And on a personal level, the juxtaposition between my experience with cancer with the Trumps, my experience with the Bidens has been the yin to the yang. I mean, he was incredibly there for me and my family. His son, Bo, died of the same cancer that my father had, glioblastoma. So we have this really strange and intense bond, and I love him dearly. So if he becomes the nominee, I'm going to have to quit television because I can't say anything bad about him, and I told him that. So we will end up seeing what happens. Maybe that'll be good for those of you who don't like me on The View.
Well, we have to go to commercial here, but I understand that you want to do a special birthday shout-out before we go.
Yes, happy birthday. My Nana Roberta is 107 today.
Happy birthday, Nana Roberta.
Yeah.
The View airs weekdays on ABC. Meghan McCain, everybody. We'll be right back with a performance by Beirut.